It's like I just feel like, oh, wow, a nigga master shit. I'm becoming a masochist. Pacifist when it comes to the passion shit. Been hurting some time and I'm not amazing at masking it. So fuck it, I'll answer it. The modern day Lazarus. The way God brought me back from the dead, at least the way that it seems. You gotta go.
What's good? You now in the pot with the sexiest man on Indy Pot's roster by far. And I'm in the pot with a real legend. Hey, if you know the story, read the book. A real go-getter. SoulBody Meta.
Appreciate you for saying that, brother.
Thank you, man.
Love the platform. Thank y'all for having me, man.
Hey, man. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Hey, it's an honor, for real.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
So, we're going to get into the background story, but everything, when they told me, I was like, bro, we really finna interview Marshall Moses. I was like kind of lit because I grew up watching you get bucks, for real. Like, this a true bucket. Like, hey. A bucket, you feel me? So like, grew up watching him get it in. Now he's gonna interview him. It's kind of cool. So it's like, what in the world? Like, how this happened? So, where are you originally from?
South Carolina, man. Born and raised in Aiken, South Carolina. But I migrated to North Carolina shortly afterwards. So I usually just claim the Carolina, but I'm born in South Carolina.
Hey, shout out to South Carolina. They getting some real hoopers out of South Carolina. Ja Morant. Shout out to Ja. And is Zion from South Carolina too?
Yes, he is. Zion and Ja Morant, man. We got the ballers right now.
They coming through.
KG, Jermaine O'Neal. We got some more. Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying?
Bucks, for real.
Bars. Bucks, Ray Allen. The bar.
So how'd you get recruited to OSU?
Story was crazy, man. I was a pretty good high school player. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of D1 offers, but Kentucky, believe it or not, was my dream school. And I recruited them. I started talking about them so much, they came and knocked on my door, and I gave them a verbal commitment. And maybe about literally 3 weeks before you sign your letter of intent or the last, seniors go on, Tubby Smith left and went to the University of Minnesota. And I literally, I'm hitting them up like, yo, I didn't even know. What am I going to do? And I literally had to go home. I was at a prep school. I was a true senior, but at a prep school. I had to go home and click play on my mom and daddy answer machine and listen to all the schools I had been ignoring for the last year and a half because I thought I was going to Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? And I had to seem like this asshole who fucking was ignoring them, but I thought I knew where I was going. So my OG, my AAU coach, he actually told me OSU. And I was looking at other schools. I'm from ACC country. And he was like, yo, I know your game. To be honest, he was like, I know you a knucklehead. I know you need somebody that's gonna work with you and not give you one strike and you out type shit. Yeah. And he was right. He was right like a motherfucker. For one, Kentucky ended up getting Patrick Patterson and a bunch of more niggas who I would have been fighting with minutes for, and he's an NBA guy to this day. And Oklahoma State turned out to where, like you say, I ended up having a good career. So that nigga was right.
So who was the coach at OSU when you was there?
Sean Sutton when I first got there, and then Travis Ford finished up the last 3 years.
Shout out to Eddie Son, man. Gave my guy a look. That's real. Now, out of the two, which one was you felt like was the coach for you? Was it the one that brought you in or the one that was there for you?
Man, that's a great question because they both played a role. Sean Sutton played the role in bringing me there, giving me chances. My freshman year, I was completely oblivious to. It's the reason why a lot of niggas go to college and don't make it, and it's not talent. But if you don't know that and you're back home, you're like, oh, man, nigga. He fucked up his opportunity. Man, that's a whole different world. Like, you have to adjust to being an adult at a high level. You know what I'm saying? Coach Sutton gave me that ability. Yeah. I don't think Coach Ford would have. You know what I'm saying? No knock Coach Ford, my man. But I'm just saying he's a lot more strict. So that was good for me my freshman year, but I ain't fucking play either. So I was a bench warmer. That's the name of the book. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Coach Ford came in and gave me that spark. Like, hey, nigga, quit being a bitch or you going back to South Carolina because I don't need you. I didn't even fucking recruit you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which this is in the book. You know what I'm saying? And so that right there changed me. I had to either really be something or quit basketball.
Sink or swim.
Facts.
And it's like, and that's real. Of a lot of coaches that come into a program and they just clean house. So that's real of him to let you know, like, hey, either get to it or we gonna. I know somebody I want to have in your situation. And that's a real. Shout out to Travis Ford. Yeah. Now, you played there for all 4 years. Well, you stayed there 4 years. Mm-hmm. Then you went overseas.
Yep. I played into the draft. The team I would have had the most chance with would have been the Thunder. This was their words. They actually liked me. It was a lockout year, and they were stacked. And you watched me play. Yeah. I did my thing in college, but I'm a realist. I'm an undersized big. You know what I'm saying? Not the most above the rim playing guy. And so with the team with James Harden and fucking, even Kendrick Perkins down there, who was like another version of me, but seasoned. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And Serge Ibaka, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant. I mean, they was strictly told me after the workout, I was like, well, we love you. You're an Oklahoma guy, as far as they're concerned. You're an Oklahoma guy. But we don't have a place for you. If we even gave you a shot, you'd be like a D-League type of, it's not a... So I had a daughter on the way. I had to go get a little bit more bread, you know what I'm saying? Overseas, pay a little bit more. So that's how that happened, you know what I'm saying?
Now, where'd you land overseas?
My first gig was Poland. Anvil was the name of the team. Warsaw, Poland, man. Poland. Yep.
What in the world?
Yep, I fucking
Now, do you know Polish?
I don't
Is that the language?
Yeah,
Polish?
It's Polish.
Okay.
Shout out to Poland, man. I had a great experience there maybe a few years ago. My first time there, I thought y'all hated me, so I had a bad experience.
Oh, no, they didn't like you. Then you got enough buckets to they was like, all right, we're going to give you a pass because you getting bucks.
Nah, I'm kidding with the thing that what it was my first real adjustment to a different culture for real. Like, I can't speak the language. When I got there, it starts to get dark brown. Like, it's like it was cloudy all the fucking time, getting dark around 4:35. I had to learn how to drive a manual car. I never knew how to do that, so that's the only way I get to practice. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, buy my own groceries. It was just a different experience.
Now, was the culture shock from when you came from Oklahoma and South Carolina? They adjacent, they both kind of country.
They mirror, yeah, they do mirror. So Oklahoma's a little more modern. You know what I'm saying?
So when you got over there, it's like it ain't even like close to different. It's all the way completely.
Yeah, it was.
I can't put in words. Man. That's just different.
But much love to Poland. I don't want it to sound like I'm talking about. I was just in Warsaw a few years ago, and that's one of my best experiences in Europe ever. It was a great time. Showed great love. Ate great food.
Did you have a Polish sausage?
I don't eat meat, pause, but...
Real vegetarian, get with it. Oh, you vegan?
Pescatarian, I eat fish.
Oh, he's still eating fish. But
I was vegan for 3.5 years, and I went to France, and I couldn't play France is the worst. Shout out France, they not vegan friendly. So, nigga, you better be one of the best chefs in the world, because you go into a restaurant, it's going to be hard to find multiple options. And I'm a big nigga, as you can see, playing. It's fucking my body up, man. I'm depleting all of this stuff, but I'm not able to regenerate or you know what I'm saying?
You ain't getting no
rice and pasta
back.
Cool, but I can't eat that every day. I need some protein and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to start eating some fish, salmon. Though I don't eat any kind of fish. I like salmon. My girl will give me to eat some shrimp every now and then, but I prefer to stay away from like fried shrimp, catfish, shit like that.
Yeah. So you was in Poland, France, and where else did you land overseas?
I've played a lot of places, man. Turkey's the longest. Turkey's the place I've been for the longest. But when you play in different tournaments and do other shit like that, it's a lot. I played in a lot of different countries.
Shout out to the Turkish women. It was a girl back in high school. She was from Turkey. She was fine. I hope you see this. I remembered you because you was Turkish. And I knew I want to go to Turkey.
Yeah, you would like it too. Turkey is cool.
Hey, SoulBody gave me the stamp. We over there. And hey, coming soon. Indy Pot. Turkey. Yeah. So, when did music become like a factor? Because you played in a lot of teams, so you getting looks and you actually a good hooper. So when did you start incorporating like I want to start shifting gears from from hoops to music?
Man, I always rap during it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody tell you that's going, and I'm gonna share this around and tag all my homies probably in this specific part, so they can vouch. On the road, AAU trips, even at OSU, flying up, nigga, I'm rapping. I said something on the news the other day. They probably thought it was the real truth. We got Dez on some outros. Dez Bryant, what up, Dez? My bro Slim. Like anybody that I could get that would come kick it because we was all hanging out to get on the album. Everybody didn't rap, but they all did something. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody knew that music been my shit, but it's hard to make it in the music industry. And especially when I had something else going. It just never made sense for me to put basketball to the side. You know what I'm saying? To fully pursue music. I was rapping, I was putting music out, but I couldn't make it primary. You know what I'm saying?
So what made it turn into is it primary now?
I would say so, yeah.
So what made that shift?
I don't hoop no more.
What made you stop hooping?
I'm getting older, man. I'm having another kid, and my market isn't the same. You know, probably for about 10 years. Basketball world is not easy either. Probably for about 10 years, one thing I'm proud of was I was able to keep a consistent, good level, good money market. But I had a few injuries. I've always been known to be shit like I might average 20 and 12, but I'm gonna play 25 minutes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how European teams, a lot of them, they want you to play longer minutes, set more screens, do a lot of shit that I don't like to do, but I would do with a younger body, younger me. Older me, OG vet me, I can't do it. 2-a-days, and that shit's a lot. You know what I'm saying? For a nigga that's almost 300 pounds, 3 kids in, and don't have the same passion for playing the game like I do. I like coaching more than I do like playing. So I'm just like, again, I follow the feeling, bro. That shit feel like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I love it, but fuck it.
So when was the first like major move? Like, okay, I'm done full time getting a buck. I'm finna like zone in on music. What was the first like? Okay, this is letting them know like I'm in the field for real, really in this music market.
To be honest with you, I couldn't give a set answer, cause when I came home, I was still trying to go play somewhere. Even though deep in my mind I knew like, yo, it's a rap. Because I was over, shout out Ray John, my point guard over in France. I would tell him all the time, like, man, I think I might be done. We be in practice, and going to practice was like hell to me. Mind you, it was the pandemic, so we couldn't leave our houses unless we were going to practice. We had to have papers and clearance to drive. It was some crazy shit. Yeah. So I'm sitting there, and my coach is yelling at me and shit. Shout out, coach, but nigga, I just turned 32 at the time. I'm like, fuck this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga screaming at me and shit. It's 9 a.m. We was just here twice yesterday. Yeah. We know how to hoop. Like, why the 2-a-days is for young niggas? You know what I'm saying? And so, but
I'm tired of your shit, man. It was a breaking point in the pandemic, and actually, I'm glad it makes more sense because in the pandemic, it tested everybody what you really wanted. Like, you cut a lot. I became full-fledged vegetarian during the pandemic because I'm like, I don't even know where they getting this meat from. That's when it clicked in my head, like, I can't do it. Look. So it's during the pandemic, stress caused, and you was like, I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, that I was done, and my family wasn't with me. Most of my travels, my family was with me. This time they wasn't because of all the travel restrictions. So I was super off that. Like, I'm a family nigga first, so. And I had already done it. Like, one of my only reasons for wanting to go to France was so me and my family could live close to Paris and go there on the off days. So, like, I'm off days going to Paris alone. Like, nigga, I done been to Paris before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be at the crib.
Damn. Shad, look. Hearing this from him, my bad, Pandemic P. I mean, Paul George. Wrong of me to come at you like that. You just want to be with your kids. I feel you.
Was he in the States? What was his situation?
He was in the States hitting the side of the backboard. Up 3-1.
Nah, he was
Let
home.
the Nuggets come back in.
He was home. It was different. Yeah, he was home.
3-1. I'm disappointed in that, though.
I'm kidding, Paul George. I don't know that nigga. But.
So, when did you start doing the SoulBody cyphers? When did that come into fruition? When did you, I'm really want to
I think our first one was sometime in 2020. And I was like, yo, I really like to rap. I'm learning how to make songs. So what pocket can I find to create where I could be me? You get what I'm saying? Like, artists go to open mics or they know how to promote their music and album. Nigga, I'm behind the mark. I'm jumping in here with niggas who've been independent artists for 10 years. So I had to find my niche with like freestyle, ciphers, underground, battle type shit. That's the culture I come from. I know that. So I was like, well, I need to try to create that atmosphere, find some artists in Tulsa who can rap that style. And our first ciphers, it was just us in the room. Us in the room and Spence, or us in the room and Paid. You know what I'm saying? Shout out King Spence and Paid Films. And that was it. And then video started getting around, words started getting out, and that's when I got the idea that, damn, other people may be interested in this too. From my perspective, the underground shit niggas don't really fuck with, but I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? It just has to be presented to them in a way that they could accept.
Yeah, it gotta be digestible. It's all about how you present anything to anybody. Like, most of my life, I didn't like tomatoes, and then up in Kansas City, they gave it to me the correct way. Now I like tomatoes on my burgers, you know what I mean? So it's all about how you gonna digest it, how you gonna take it in. And you, real life, made a market with battle rapping. Like, shout out to Costa Smoke, 9-5, that's my dog, for real. And he always been into the battle rapping, you know what I mean? So now to see him be able to have a platform in town where people can see it, like, that's the look we want, you know what I mean? And, like, one thing about Tulsa that is, it could be better, but anything could be better, you know what I mean? We do support our own, but it's like, we get a little hate in there too, but that's anything. You don't get a little anywhere. Hate. Yeah. So I just love seeing, like, people come together and, like, it ain't all about, like, when battle rapping, they trying to hurt your feelings, and I love that shit. You feel me? Like, it's not too personal, but it's personal because it's like one-on-one, like on some gladiator shit. Y'all in the ring, who gonna fall? You feel me? Like on some UFC with words, you know what I mean? So it's like seeing that in the town and seeing people. I didn't even know a couple of the people rap until I seen them on the cypher. I'm like, damn, bro, rap. And he nice, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, okay, you gave people really a chance, and that's major for real.
Appreciate it, bro.
So, what's the next like avenues for the ciphers? Like, what do you want to do? Like, your vision for it?
We're going to continue to empower and uplift the community. I don't want to sound political, but that's really what the fuck it's about. We're going to spread mental health awareness for the sake of destigmatizing it, especially for in the black community. Like, niggas got PTSD and been through all kind of fucked up shit. The last thing we need is to feel a way about some shit that everybody in the world's going through. So we're going to use hip-hop to do that, and we're going to take people from Tulsa, and that's been helping me build this shit, to other countries, because for some reason that seems to be the coolest thing to a lot of motherfuckers that have been to other countries. I'm like, nigga, we can do this shit. We can do this with the ciphers. We actually got some shit in the works right now. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to take people that's used to doing things locally and do it internationally, and for a positive reason.
Yeah. Ooh. SoulBody ciphers. International. Coming to Wakanda.
Kenya, actually. We in talks with Kenya in June. Kenya in June.
Hey, see? I knew that on accident. You feel me? That's on accident. You feel me? But hey, man. Besides the ciphers, what else you got your hands in? Like, what are you trying to work on? Besides being, I seen you on the news. You trying to really bring people with you. But man, I'm gonna tell you something about Tulsa, man. They gonna fight you for no reason. Like, bro, I don't wanna go. Like, bro, you ain't never been.
Well, that's how you weed out who doesn't come.
There's gonna be a lot of people that don't come.
But it will be people who. A nigga did this for me. That OG I was talking about. Shout out John Wall. He was on my AAU team. Like, we was legit. Before that, I was riding around him with 20 people in a 15-passenger van trying to get the AAU tournaments. And I watched this man build it from the ground up to where we getting flown out by Reebok, get whatever shoes we want, custom-made sneakers, staying in whole. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so my whole point with that is somebody did that for me, and I got to see it every day. My parents signed over guardianship to him. I didn't come from no broken home or none of that. It was for me to have an opportunity. I'm from Aiken, South Carolina. North Carolina's a basketball state. My brother's way more talented than I ever could dream of. And he didn't make it. He made it to college and got a degree, shout out that. But he was better than me and should have went further. And so my parents, I think, didn't want to do, they didn't want to be wrong. And so they did some out-of-the-box shit, and I thank God for it. They let me move with my AAU coach. And the fact that this nigga did shit like that, he let me live with him. He had a wife and kids. He didn't have like a whole bunch of money. But that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And he showed me that. Niggas think that you got to be rich before you do anything. It was living with him that showed me I'm going to beat everybody else out because they got the game fucked up. Yeah. You got to have ambition. You don't need to, you just got to push. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times, even with helping and bringing people along, they're skeptical. Are you going to monetize the content? No, it's a nonprofit. We don't want to we're rapping off Jay-Z beats and shit like that. We can't make no money off that. You get what I'm saying? The money will come through the sponsorship, the grant writers, and it's going to employ the community. Absolutely. Nobody does anything just for everybody else and not themselves. So I'm one of the people organizing this shit. I mean, me too. If everybody's wondering, what do you get out of it? Me too, motherfucker. But the artists, the venue owners, the videographers, everybody should be getting paid for this shit. And Tulsa can be a hub. It is. It's starting to become one. So anybody knows, oh, Tulsa, that's where they do them ciphers at. Oh, Tulsa, they got shit lit. They got a whole hip-hop community. That's what Murs said. Shout out Murs. He'll be here Wednesday. He said, yo, I do these all around the nation, but I like coming to Tulsa because y'all already have a hip-hop community. This is a nigga who, he lit. He been lit for 20 years. Yeah. So if he's having that experience, why can't we take that and expound upon it? What is niggas not trying to unite for? Besides Gang Ty June and niggas like that, there's nobody really going to a level to where they should not be fucking with niggas. Respectfully. I swear to God. Nobody. Not even what the fuck I'm doing. That's why I'm humble, nigga. I need y'all niggas for this shit to grow.
Kermit sips tea.
Respectfully, y'all. I don't want niggas beefing with me.
Respectfully. Hey, respectfully, he's right. All right? Respectfully. Ain't nobody in Tulsa good enough to where they shouldn't.
High enough. Definitely good enough. But their name ain't high enough. There's some talent around this motherfucker now. Okay,
he's right on that. Ain't no one high enough. Everybody should eat. You feel me? Everybody eats, B. You feel me? Everybody got enough. Come with a hard hat and some shoes. We gonna work. But a lot of people don't want to work. They just want to be like, man, I can't. Why I didn't get the, you know what I mean? You didn't give me the express pass to the top. We taking the stairs, and the elevator's broken, and it's hot, and your shoes you ain't got no socks on. You just got straight shoes like Mike Tyson. So it's gonna be hard. But when you get there, cause you gonna get there, You gonna love it. And he gonna bring you, Moses. It's in his name.
Bars.
It's in his name, bro. Hey, look, I ain't a rapper though. You feel me? He's trying to lead you.
Bars all fucking
He's
day.
trying to lead you. You gonna come? He gave you a spot on the bus. He just told your mama you gotta, sign this, that, and the third. He gonna take you where you need to be. Shout out to Murs. We gonna see you on Wednesday.
See Murs on Wednesday. Shout out to Chrissy Hodges and OCD Game Changers. We putting together a possible mental health awareness cipher on October 14th in London. So that also, I want to put that out there on camera so that people know it's not bullshit. Because then when I text things behind the scenes, for some reason, the bigger it is, the less likely people are to believe it. So I want to put myself on the hot seat. I'm going to fucking tag Chrissy in this. What up, Chrissy? And I'm sharing it because she told me she doesn't care the amount of people. If they can make an impact in the mental health community, everybody's coming to London. That was her words, not mine. I got the text on my phone.
Bars abroad with Moses. So, get your passport. Get you some bars first, though. Don't just get you a passport thing. Hey, bro, can I come? No. You got to have some bars first. Get your bars and passports ready. October. But, it's been a great conversation.
Enjoyed it.
Do you got anything else you got to let the people know about? Because you just dropped some stuff later on. We going to London. I got a girl out in London. Shout out to Sarah. If you see this, I might come. You know what I mean? I can't rap, but I might come. Yeah, you go to London?
Hell yeah.
You feel me? I might come.
Bring Indy Pot, man. We need
Indy
media
Pot,
there.
Indy Pot
Hell yeah.
abroad.
And
Yeah,
it's
I like
and London's a strong possibility. And it's a rapper called the Professor Green. He is from London, and he has voice that he has mental health. He wants to spread mental health awareness as well. So if y'all see him and y'all really want this to be possible, let's tag him and get him in this too, because it is strong possibility to go to London. And she told me that that's why she wants to get this guy involved. He's really tapped into the community in London. They trying to get their shit out there too. So we can get him on board. That's how we take 80% to 100%. Just tag him. The Professor Green.
What's his Instagram?
The Professor. No, let me check that while you said that. But his name is the Professor Green. I googled him last night. He's legit. He's been popping for like 20 years or something.
So, the Professor Green, tag him and follow him. What's your social medias and how can they buy the book? Y'all need the recipe.
From Bitch Starter on Amazon, KDP. It's just Amazon where they buy books at. I'm also going to be doing in the fall. I'm going to be showing anybody who wants to write a book how I did this, because a lot of people think it is a good thing, and I'm not going to downgrade myself, but I met a guy who writes books and does public speaking, and I asked him, man, how'd you write your book? And he told me, I didn't do what he did because I like to write, but he gave me the idea how easy it is. He said, man, I don't like to write and shit. I like to talk. I'm a speaker. So I get a hotel room or something for a night where I can be by myself, click record on my voice memo, and just talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Take that audio, send it to a transcriptionist or whatever, somebody that types it out, look at it, take that shit, send it to an editor. Like, I don't touch any of the anything. I say the word, somebody helps me edit it. And when he said that, I said, damn, I actually like to write, so I can just write it and do it that way.
Yeah.
Then they put me on game to Amazon. As long as you let them get a piece of the pie. Y'all know how third party stuff work. But if you independent and you growing, why do you care? You need some help, right? And Amazon, what better help than that? So like, they got a whole formatting process. The hardest part about putting this book out was formatting it and making sure the measurements and the stuff. It was easy. Shout out to King Spence. He wrote his book first through Amazon, put me on game, and showed me how to do the cover art.
Shout out to King
So
Spence.
from Bitch Woman to Starter, it's a book about my psychological transformation I went through at Oklahoma State. Why I was talented but not a good basketball player. How I changed that. Oh yeah, this was what led to it all. That conversation in this book.
The blueprint.
Shout out King Spence. That's how it's supposed to be. He put niggas on. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. So
Progression on me. Progression on 3. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, it's stamped like on the back type.
Literally.
You really did that, King.
And I'll tell you one more how real Spence is. He had because he put this on his page, so I'm not putting. He has a couple flaws in his measurements. He forced me to make sure I didn't mess up in mine. He could have hated, because he could have just been like, yo, this how you do it, bro. That's the format. I told you how to do it, damn. Like, he checked back in with me. Hey, remember you was talking about writing a book? I forgot, bro. I struggled with the format and all that shit. Make sure you get that right, bro, because the words will come out too big or too small. I thought he was the realest nigga for that, bro. I really did.
Oh yeah, King Spence top 5 realest niggas you gonna meet, and he top 2 with the camera. I ain't met Hype, but he made Belly, so he got a lead on you till you make a movie, and you gotta put me in it. Yeah, put that pressure on you. I hope you see that. I better be in the movie. But how can they find you on social media?
SoulBody Meta, SoulBody Cyphers, SoulBody Presents. If you into acting and things like that, we doing some acting out here too with short films, and that's pretty much it. SoulBody Hip Hop Cyphers on Facebook.
And just like that, it's a wrap.
Shout out to Indy Pot, man.